Hello, welcome to another week at Cherry Cottage. You've caught me making rhubarb barbecue sauce. The finished article. This is a spoon that my husband whittled for me. He carved this at Christmas because I saw one that I liked. I think he's done a good job. Just trying to sort out some of the pots for summer bedding plants. It's that time again where the summer plants are in the shops. I'm not organised enough to grow my own. I should have done. Should have grown some from seed, but anyhow, I've started. I've emptied some pots ready to take some new ones and filled with a nice compost. I love the colour that it brings, and in the past I've been able to reuse things like this stool we had that we were throwing out, and this old chest, like bedside cabinet chest, that I don't know how long it'll last. It'll probably go rotten this year. I have a rose bush on top, and just planting some simple bedding plants, and they hang over and look lovely. I'm not responsible for this artistic, my husband is. I painted all the patterns on, and it just brightens up without costing too much money. When you've got pots around, planting a few, you don't have to spend a lot of money, they're relatively cheap. Sometimes when I've been in the garden and I just want a really quick lunch that's nutritious and filling to keep me going for the rest of the day, I just get one of these packets that just heat in the microwave. This one is just mac and cheese, but I think they do quite a lot of flavours. And sometimes I revamp it. I try to, just by adding, some other little bits, so it'll make it more interesting. They only take a minute to heat up in the mic. Oh, sorry, Highland Cow, I've just put macaroni cheese all over your face. And sometimes, I might add a little bit of extra cheese, some tomato, and a little bit of leftover whatever meat, or if you don't eat meat, you could add other things. Some more pepper or something, a little bit of pepperoni that was left. Give it a good mix, and it's delicious, fast, 2 minutes. This is my haul from the beach last week, and I cleaned all the shells and little bits of fossils and stones up, and I've just given them a really light coat of clear sealer, just to give them a little bit of protection and a little tiny bit of a shine, and I'll be using these for a future art project. A little afternoon tea for 3 on a hot and sunny day. Well, at least we don't have to pay for it. Sometimes if you have a little bit of spare fabric, you can make simple things, like I found this little Peppa Pig fabric that I had in 3 different designs, and to be honest, when I bought it I didn't know it had Peppa Pig on it. They were just fat quarters, but just making some bunting, some simple flags, and they're nice to give as gifts to people, especially young children, just to pop in the bedrooms. It just so relaxing sewing. Just give it a go. So I've just finished this bunting, and it will do. It's not perfect, but I think it'll do for now. There's Peppa Pig. Quite camouflage really, but quite pretty. I'm quite pleased with that. A cloudy day in Farley, but nevertheless it was really, really good fun. It's a lovely place to visit. Finished off with a meal, of course. Well, why not? This is a piece of vintage fabric that I picked up in a little gift shop. Wasn't very expensive. It's really quite an old-fashioned print, but I'm hoping to make 2 really nice cushion covers to go in my summer house. I'll let you know how I get on. Just have to show you this stunning clematis. It's only going to be blooming for perhaps a week or so, a couple of weeks at the tops, and I just can't stop looking at it. Just have to look at it the whole time. Everything's coming into bloom now. I have actually got some more clematis up here. Actually, Herbert has been mended. You'll be pleased to know. There he goes, swinging till he breaks again. But the clematis comes, if you see here, and then it goes round the summer house, and it's all just exploding. And the bluebells are all out. They look stunning as well. I don't think the garden's any better in May than it ever is, because May is the season. And we're just heading up to May. This tree isn't dead, by the way. It's a holly tree, and it was pruned heavily, and it's got all new buds on it. Herbert still likes it. He's still having a little swing. So that's clematis. I love it. So using the vintage fabric that I had, I cut out my cushion covers and I've tacked them together, and I realised that the fabric didn't smell that great. So I mean, it was okay, but I thought I'll freshen it up, and so I've washed them. Loads and loads of colour came out of this design, the red from the roses, and I was a bit worried that they'd actually fade, but actually looking at them now in the sunlight, I've got them hanging out to dry, it looks okay. So what I'll do is I'll iron them, sew them up, put the cushion filling in, and I'll come back to you with the end result. I'm pleased with them. So this is a little clay trinket holder that I've made out of clay. I found this really fiddly, and whilst doing it, it pulled all my nail varnish off, but never mind. And the shells that I collected last time, I've used some of the smaller ones to inset into the bottom. Now, this isn't my idea. I've seen my daughter making these, and she makes them very professionally, not as wonky as this. I don't mind it being a bit wonky, because that's the nature of it, but anyway, I'm hoping that it'll dry without sticking. I've taken it off once and washed underneath. I've got to dry it out now and then varnish it, but I'm quite pleased with it. It's a first attempt. If you are interested, pop over to my daughter's channel, Bramble Goods. She makes these superbly, and I think she sells them. There'll be a link in her description probably. She also does lovely jewellery, but I've had a go because I've always wanted to have a go. I had some clay in a set that somebody bought me, and I've quite enjoyed it. Very relaxing. We'll see how it dries, I'll let you know. I'd like to introduce you to my little bird, and his real name is Bluey, but we call him a mixture of things. We call him Chumley, and sometimes we call him Perkins, depending on the day and how naughty he is. He's really good. I've put him outside. I've got him in some shade, half sun. He likes to look at the other birds flying around. We have lots of birds in our garden, and he loves to have a little chirp along with them. He's got lots of toys to play with, but his favourite is that little bell. He's been eating some apple there. His favourite is his bell. We're friends, he's cute, and he's good company. What I didn't realise when I got this bird is that they can live up to 15 years if you look after them properly, and he's only probably just over a year old ish. There he is. There's Blue, looking handsome as usual. So finally finished these cushions. It's only taken 2 days, but they're just cushions. I'm not brilliant at sewing. But anyway, I am pleased, especially in this chair in the summer house, of how they actually look. They cost £5 for 2. I used cushions that I already had to fill them. And the other one, this chair, perhaps doesn't look as good in that chair, but they're eye-catching. And yeah, it's melting in here. I'll have to get the door open. It's so warm today, but I am pleased with that. And well, I'll think of a new project now, I guess. Here is my stall today, all freshly baked and ready to go. It's lemon drizzle this week. This lilac tree for 2 years has seriously done nothing, and I'm so glad to see it blossoming for the first time in 2 years. I'm so excited. However, on the other note, my umbrella tree, I call it an umbrella tree. I don't know what you all call it. Normally is really leafed up by now, and green, and I'm seriously worried about it. If I look carefully on there is some buds. Kind of buds. They're not dry, they don't fall off. Who knows? Maybe somebody can tell me that as well. Oh, never mind. Just a quick update in the greenhouse. Sorry, I'm a bit out of breath here, panting. Puffing and panting like an old woman. So I've put in, a lot of my plants are growing so fast now with this warm weather that I've had to transfer them into bigger pots, which is great. It means they're growing, because I looked at them for weeks when they didn't do anything and I was seriously worried about them. But yeah, they've come up, and there's a lot that are still little. There's some experimental type stuff. I think I told you about the tomato slice that I planted. These are the experiments. They are growing. I've separated them off now into single plants. And the tomatoes are all coming up. The cucumbers have started, which is really exciting. They hadn't done anything. And then, I think I told you about this, the mystery plant. Now this might turn out to be a weed. I don't know. It doesn't look like a weed to me. And I'd said it was, when I planted the tomato seeds, this one came up as a tomato plant. I took it out of a tomato plant packet, and often these seeds are packed in a factory, and I was just thinking one stray seed from something got in. It really truly doesn't look like a weed to me, so I'm nurturing it and it's still growing. So I've got my eye on that. I'm excited about that. And this one is an even more complete mystery. I put complete mystery. Was again planted as a tomato, and again it looks like some kind of spinach, or I'm not sure. Maybe somebody will know and tell me. I'll have to maybe do the app on my phone and have a look at what plant that is. That's an idea. But I'd quite like the surprise element of it, to see what comes. So that's the other one. Everything else is doing really well. At the bottom I have planted some peas. They haven't come up yet. Then the peas and peppers. The peppers were just from a seed that we'd eaten, and I just saved the seeds, so we'll see what happens with them. So all good in the greenhouse, finally, at last. Exciting, very exciting. Oh, I just meant to show you this because I was so pleased with it. My husband has made me a little plant, what would you call it, a plant gatherer support. Last year, to cut a long story short, we bought some off the internet and they were cheap and nasty and they were a horrible colour and they snapped and broke and then you couldn't find them. Anyway, he makes walking sticks and this was a little bit of walking stick he had left over, and it looks like he's just stripped off the bark and bent that, shaped that piece of wood. It's just a stick off a tree, I think, or one of our bushes. But yeah, it's supporting that plant really well, and I think he's going to make some more, at least I hope he is. Hey, I deserve it. I've been doing the garden all afternoon and it's hot, it's a hot day. I think it's the 1st of May and it's like a beautiful midsummer day. It's gorgeous. So cheers. I'm absolutely thirsty. I'm worn out. I'm gonna have 5 minutes sit down. Cheers. Now, whilst I've been digging in my garden over the past few years, I've managed to accumulate a big bag of pottery. Excuse my nails, it was the pottery that brought off the nail varnish. And this is a biggish piece, but I found a big bag and for some reason I've mislaid that big bag. I haven't thrown it out, I will find it. I obviously put it somewhere to keep safe. I was going to do a piece of artwork with it, but just now, as I've been digging in the garden, I just found 2 more. Every time I go in the garden, there's 2 more, 3 more. And there's nothing mysterious about this. House is over 200 years old, so in the old days, if you broke a plate and there was no bin men to come and collect it, I guess, well, it got smashed up and dug into the garden. Or it could have been from a previous property, or maybe it was an eating place. Maybe it was a big communal dining room. Who knows? But certainly, it was a way of disposal. It's quite interesting. If I find them, the rest of them, some of them are quite pretty, very old, most of them, I will show you. So I'll keep on hunting. Finishing the week off with a lovely walk. I'll tell you later where it was, I can't just remember. With Sean.
Kite right behind it.
Oh, there's a kite. See if I can catch it. I think it's just flown off a bit. See if it comes back. Yeah, it's headed this way. I don't know whether you can see that. It's in the distance for you, maybe. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. I don't know whether you can see that. If you can't, I'm sorry. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm trying to catch him. The sky is blue. The landscape is yellow with rapeseed. And this is a fabulous walk. There's a fair old bit of timber there. They've been cutting down the trees. They have a good reason for doing it. I'm not questioning it, I'm just saying, wow. There's a lot of wood there. I think we took them from over here and the new ones have been planted. This is glorious, glorious weather today. There's that iconic acorn, symbol for the Yorkshire Wolds Way. This is 15 miles in, but don't worry, I haven't done 15 miles. This valley is really deep. It doesn't look deep, I don't think, on this, but it's really, how far up would you say it is? Quite far. This is the Drewton Estate, and we have come off the Wolds Way. Views of the Humber on your left. We haven't got a view at the moment. And we are now heading, where we're heading towards?
Drewton itself, to Drewton's. To the bottom of the estate. Where the
Bottom
houses
of the estate, and then
we're crossing
cross
to
the
head
road.
into North Cape.
But this walk so far has been absolutely stunning. It's a bit hot for walking today, but I'm coping. I hope you can all hear the bird song. It's been constant on this walk. Well, I'm coming down the hill now. I've got a few miles to go, but I'm looking for a nice drink. My drink's gone warm in my bag. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the week at Cherry Cottage with all the little bits I've been doing. Usually end with a walk, and today's the day for a fantastic walk. I hope to see you all soon, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon. I'll put my little video of my drink on when I get it. See you soon. You don't look very friendly, Sean. You're all munching the grass. Oh, he is quite friendly. Inquisitive. Oh. They're all quite young, aren't they?
Yeah.
We know where they're destined, don't we? Bless them.